I'm going to teach you 5 things you need to know before you start out your career as a lawyer. Let's begin. Number 1, law school doesn't teach you on how to get clients. What do I mean by this? In law school, we learn about theory, learn about jurisprudence, learn about constitutional law, learn about land law, all these things. I guess these are all universal topics and universal course units. However, in law school, you never hear a lecturer telling you this is a meticulous way on how to get clients. There is no law school that will ever teach that, even Harvard Law School. Now, the way to get clients is a little bit different. You need to learn these things on the job. Let's first drink water to that. When you get clients on the job, what do I mean by this? In Uganda, we have the Advocates Act, and this usually tells us that lawyers should never ever advertise themselves. In fact, even the advertisement on your law firm is really small. It's like 10 centimeters long, like Kahuma and Company Advocates, just there in your door. It shouldn't be on billboards and what. In other words, you learn to get clients on the job. You learn to get these clients as your friends, people you studied with in school, people get to hear about you, you hit landmark cases, you hit this kind of case, you did this and this and this and this. Yes, that's number 1. Number 2, you should never go into law school or start up your career as a lawyer if you're not sure about it. What do I mean by this? I mean, if you get into law school because people told you make a very good lawyer, you argue a lot, you're very argumentative, then law school may be the wrong place for you, because it's a lot of hard work. I mean, sleepless nights. We're talking about a lot of hard work, reading trans night for exams, understanding things, sacrificing your social life. In law school, no one ever taught us how to read. We had to do it ourselves. So you really need to be sure of what you're saying. You need to be sure that law and being a lawyer, being an advocate, is really what you want in the long run. Number 3, if you're entering law for the money, I'll give you this. I'll give you an X. Getting money as an advocate in general is really tight, because people need to trust you with their cases. People really need to trust you to get the job done in the long run. And getting quick money is not what's going to really boost you as a lawyer. You really need to upgrade your profile as you keep going, because if you notice, most of the wealthy lawyers are like 50 and above, most of our parents' ages. However, there are some young lawyers who have made it at the age of 29, 30, and they're driving the latest Benzes, G-Wagons, that kind of thing. But that's not what should really push you to being a lawyer. What should really push you is you have passion for it. You want to be a corporate lawyer, you want to be a civil rights lawyer, you want to be a human rights lawyer, that kind of thing. So, if you're entering law school just for the money, you're really wrong. You have another thing coming. Number 4, you should have passion for it. That's actually something that has come from my 3rd step. You should have passion for it. Many people watch series like Suits, My Cousin Vinny, that kind of thing, and that's what propels people to actually going for law. I think that's really wrong, because yes, this thing should inspire you. Seeing Harvey Specter in a suit and cracking big cases in New York, that's what should propel you to do law. But in the bigger picture of things, they are like one person out of a billion people in the world will be a Harvey Specter, looking cool in those suits and that treated hair. Well, I don't know why it's not treated hair, but for Africans, we'll have to treat our hair to that point. But that's not what should propel you to being a lawyer. You should have passion for it. Many people in law school have fallen out. Even in the law school I went to, they fell out because it wasn't really their passion. Yes, they were bright, but they didn't have the zeal for it. They didn't have the guts for it. And they didn't have the balls to actually get the ball rolling in law school. And the 5th one, I would say, just enjoy your time in law school. I mean, it's not always about reading all the time. You actually need to have time to party. I mean, this actually goes contrary to what I should be telling these videos, but I'm telling you the honest truth. In my time in law school, I actually had time to enjoy my life. I mean, I'm still young, and back then I was even younger. I got into law school when I was 19 years old, and 5 years down the road, I will never regret any single time I spent going to the car, going to the bar, going to the club, partying, you know, just living life as a young man or as a young woman watching this video. I think it's not always about books. You should always have time to make friends. Go bungee jumping, hey, go rafting, do whatever you want to do. Life's too short. We have friends who have actually lost their lives in law school. At the very end, in fourth year, our friends passed on, and it was really sad. They didn't even get a chance to graduate. So that's what I had for you. Those are the top 5 tips I had for you today, and I hope you really do follow them. I know you will, for those of you who are watching. Thank you so much. Feel free to subscribe to my channel for those who are new to it. Feel free to leave a comment about anything you want me to talk about in a future video, anything you want to talk about this video, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.